and welcome back to WesteroScraft Walks. I'm your host, Chris the Archer, and today we will be taking a look at the last cadet branch of House Darklyn, House Darke. So over here we are on the other side of the hamlet that is growing hops for the brewery owner. This area is right along Blackwater Bay, so let's make our way over to the main road, and we'll go to House Darke from there. So I had already mentioned this in the last video, but that manse over there is where the brewery owner of Duskendale lives, so we don't need to explore that again. So that forest in the distance is where House Darkwood lives. But today we're going to go to, on the other side of the road to House Darke. So House Darke is one of the unofficial cadet branches of House Darklyn. They are mentioned, but we don't know for certain if they are. Over here we come across a logging camp next to another ruined watchtower. It looks like this watchtower might be one of the older ones. I've never seen this much ashlar in a tower since I joined the server. But over here is a felled tree which they are chopping up. This is either going to King's Landing to help build ships for the royal fleet. Over here is a shed where they are cutting the logs into smaller logs so they're easier to transport. And we have a cart along the main road that will take them to Duskendale for it to be shipped. So let's continue on this road. And in a bit, you can see in the distance that we will come across a village. That is a small fishing village. There is the castle of House Darke on the left over there, but this village over here is for mostly fishermen. Like the fishing village near Holler Castle, they would catch fish here and they would take it to Duskendale or even to other parts of the Crownlands to sell. You can see a fish barrel over there. Let's take a look in one of these houses. It's a small lower class house. It's very cramped in here compared to some of the other lower class houses that I have explored and built on the server. Oh, this is another house. I thought this was a storage shed. Let's go back out. There has to be a dock somewhere where the fishermen would tie their boats to. Oh, here it is. So over here is a dock, so the fishermen would tie their boats here, and this is what they would use to go fishing. You can see there's a net over here. But there's really nothing else to see in this village, so let's go over to the castle of House Darke. Here we have fields of wheat, which are being harvested. So the entrance for House Darke is this long, narrow causeway, which is really good for defense because enemies would have to approach to get in a single file line, and you can see those banners over there. Those, again, are the colors of House Darklyn, but they're arranged in a different order compared to the Dark Goods and the Dark Woods. Let's go inside these gates. Let's close these. Over here is just a small prison cell and one of the main watchtowers. If we go up, we have access to the second floor, which is, I'll explore that later, but up here is where soldiers or servants would sleep. This is a small castle, so it isn't heavily defended, and there aren't a lot of servants to serve House Darke, but you can see a lot of Blackwater Bay from this tower over here. This is the tallest tower, which is ideal for looking out for any attackers. So we'll go back to the second level of this building here in a bit. So here's the main entrance. There aren't a lot of defenses here, just a gate and a barred gate over here. This area is mostly just a small garden and a small yard. We have some supplies kept under this cover over here, and another watchtower. But over on this side, we have a small gate, which leads to a small boat dock, so the members of House Darke can come in and out of the castle along the water. Over here is the main hall. It's a little barren right now, but this does look like one of the older builds on the server. Here is the kitchen. Doesn't look like there's much stuff in here right now, so I don't know why. Well, let's go explore the living spaces. So over here is the garden, which is how the members of House Darke are able to feed themselves. Some cabbages, some carrots, and this is the main entrance to their living spaces. Here is an entrance hall. Over on the left, we have a small storage area with a few supplies just stacked neatly over here. Let's go up the stairs into the second floor that we skipped earlier. So House Darke is a small house, so this is probably the space where either a knight of their house, here is the armory, or the Lord himself would sleep. Here's the privy. And then if we go through this door here, we can walk across to the area on top of the Great Hall where more living spaces are. This is one of the older beds. Usually the beds, you might see them in either in previous videos or any of the Reach videos, that the canopy beds usually they don't have the canopies, well, attached to the wall. They have them supported by wood. So there really isn't anything else to explore for House Darke. Let me just go up here and I'll just end the video. So this marks the end of my walk through the Crownlands. I will come back to this region. There are a lot more areas to explore. Sharp Point has finally been finished, and there are other places like Claw Isle and some of the houses on Cracklaw Point that I would like to explore. So next I will be moving on to the Reach, because in my earlier videos, a lot of you have been asking to see Highgarden, and we will finally be heading over to Highgarden. It has been 3 years since Kobe and Lucia did their videos on the surrounding lands of Highgarden, and we will finally be exploring the castle itself. After Highgarden, I will be going to Dorne, because I have seen a lot of requests to see the updated Ghost Hill. I'll also take a look at some of the castles along the Dornish Marches and the Red Mountains, and after Dorne, we'll be making our way over to the Riverlands and see castles like Pink Maiden, Acorn Hall, Fair Market. A lot of you have left comments saying that you would like me to explore those. But for now, I will end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Chris the Archer, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.